Fasting and autoimmune diseases. Does actually fasting can help you to heal from autoimmune diseases, or fasting is actually nonsense and actually harms your autoimmune disease? Stay there to learn the science, what have been published in the scientific literature about water fasting and autoimmune diseases. Hi there, my name is Dr. Corassa. I'm a clinical nutritionist from Brazil that has saved my life 17 years ago through the use of fasting and a natural diet, a raw food plant-based diet primarily based on fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. I was really sick. No medical doctor, no kind of treatment was helping me. So I decided to study nutrition and medicine to understand my health issues and to try to heal myself. And thankfully, I found natural hygiene, what we call the science of health, a lifestyle medicine model that actually believes that health is produced only by healthful living. So you cannot buy health, you have to produce, you have to gain it day by day through your lifestyle choices. So this research is actually a case report from Dr. Joel Fuhrman. Joel Fuhrman was a famous medical doctor in the US with several bestsellers published. But he was once actually an ice skater that got severely injured, and after 1 year of trying to heal his injury without good results, he decided to become a medical doctor. So he supervised a lot of water fasts back in the days, and he published a scientific research, a case report from several different case reports of several different autoimmune diseases. So he fasted all these people from 1 to 3 weeks, and before the fast and after the fast prescribed a plant-based diet. So the first case was a 17-day water fast of a man of 61 years. He had severe pain and stiffness in all extremities, fatigue and headaches, and other clinical symptoms, and a lot of medications that didn't improve the case. After the fast, he had no residual symptoms. He had no symptoms anymore. He has lost a lot of weight, and his blood pressure came down to the normal. He continued to do well without medication and without symptoms after many months of follow-up. The second case had a mixed connective tissue disease. She had severe joint pains, facial edema, weakness, fatigue, tachycardia, facial edema, her face was actually swollen up, chills, myalgia, muscle pain, and photosensitivity. She was taking 6 pills, and by the 10th day of water fast, she was feeling a lot better. And by the 21st day, she had no further complaints. Her weight went down, her blood pressure went down, renal and hepatic function was well, and electrolytes were stable throughout the fast. At follow-up, after a few months, she remained free of medications with minimal symptoms. Case 3, fibromyalgia in a 46-year-old woman in a 24-day water fast. She had poor sleep, pain, she could not sustain any activity for more than an hour. She had several medications. At the end of the 24 days, she was symptom-free. Her weight went down 10 kilos and the blood pressure also dropped a little bit. 1 month after the fast, in a clinic visit, she was still symptom-free. Imagine taking 5, 6 medications throughout years, decades, and 20 days of water fast get you rid of medications and symptoms? If that was a cure, was being sold by the pharmaceutical companies for millions. And people don't understand that your disease, quoting Riazat Ali, your disease comes from you and you don't see it. Your cure is inside of you and you don't perceive it. So we have all the materials to heal ourselves with the elements of nature, being out in nature, in contact with animals, with the trees, with the natural organic food that plants produce it, proper sleep, being chronobiology adapted, chronosynchronized, as we call, your biological clock adapted, applying proper intermittent fasting and chrononutrition, eating colorful plants, exercising every day. That's the primarily medicine that we need, and you don't even see it. You don't give the proper attention to it. Are you curious about fasting? You would like to know more about, but there's a lot of misinformation around. Be sure to read the best book on fasting out there. Hygienic Fasting Nature Surgery is available on Amazon, print on demand, or in Kindle. I wrote this book 15 years ago after fasting saved my life. I gathered all the most important scientific information and have updated it in the last years so you can have the most updated, most powerful, important book about fasting in the world. And a lot of people that watch our videos don't follow us. So please help us out, commenting, following, hitting the bell buttons for notification, giving a thumbs up, and sharing this video with everybody that needs to know this message. There's contact groups in the links below so you can be updated of any new retreat, any new book or video that is available to you. So the fourth case is a systemic lupus erythematosus. Pardon me with my terrible English, but a 45-year-old woman in 7 days of water fast. After a year, she did another 7 days of water fast. She had a complete remission of all of the symptoms. Her symptoms included joint pain, skin rash. She was taking prednisone and hydroxychloroquine daily without adequate resolution of her chest pain. The fast was broken on her 7th day because of increased weakness and mild tachycardia. Adrenal suppression was a concern due to the prolonged use of prednisone. She remained symptom-free for 1 year when her symptoms began to recur. So she underwent a 2nd day water fast, after which she had no symptoms. She is presently in remission. Just 7 day water fast and 1 year symptom-free. And then again, it's that a miracle? Is that like, no, it's the power of fasting. It's the power that your body can heal you if you allow your body, if you give the proper conditions. Case 5, another rheumatoid arthritis in a 4-year-old woman. Complained of pain in all joints, especially her knees. In the first few days of her fast, she experienced a noticeable increase in pain in her spine, shoulders, and neck. Her pain decreased as she fasted, and by day 10, there was no further joint pain. The patient fasted for 12 days. Her symptoms have not recurred. So the last case is also from a rheumatoid arthritis. She had 46-year-old. She fasted for 24 days. She reversed hypertension, medications, and pains. She was taking at least 5 medications. She fasted for 24 days and she got rid of all of her symptoms. So the conclusion of the study: dietary modification alone sometimes reduces symptoms in patients with autoimmune diseases, but in most cases, as represented by those described above, dietary changes alone are not sufficient to completely resolve symptoms. After fasting from 7 to 24 days, these patients were free of symptoms and their symptoms did not recur when they resumed eating a carefully designed diet. Dr. Furman really suggests G-bombs. He actually suggests a plant-based diet based primarily on beans, greens, onions, mushrooms, and berries. He suggested it would be the most nutritional foods in a plant-based diet. I don't agree with it completely. I would prefer a raw food plant-based diet, but still, Dr. Furman has a lot of good ideas that I agree with. But as he suggests, under medical supervision, this therapy is safe and results in only transient side effects. Eating a vegan diet before fasting often resulted in partial improvements of symptoms, enabling patients to reduce their medications before the fast. So, what I'm telling you here is there is no cure. There's actually, the body can heal itself when you provide the proper biological conditions. The conditions that we have thrived, that we have evolved in nature through millions of years of human species, but through several decades, millions of years more, from the start of the first living organism in this planet. So, I'm not suggesting you to do water fasting at home by yourself. That can be dangerous. Fasting is serious and must be done under medical supervision in a fasting facility. So don't play around with fasting. Fasting is dangerous if not done properly. But if you want to know more about fasting, I would highly recommend you, first of all, before start looking a clinical facility, a medically supervised clinical facility of fasting, that you read Hygienic Fasting Nature Surgery. It's my only book so far that is translated to English. It's available on Amazon in print on demand and in Kindle, but it's the most updated and most comprehensive book in English so far into the scientific literature about fasting, but also with the clinical practice, with the clinical experience of more than 200 years of natural hygiene supervisors. I highly recommend you to understand fasting. Before everything, read this book. And afterwards, you can look for True North Health Center or other fasting clinics, hygienic medically supervised fasting clinics, so you can do a proper water fast to gain all the benefits that you can without any danger. So, do you want my help? Not just the hygienic fasting, but I have other 10 books published that are being translated to English. I have 6 online courses. I run retreats here in Brazil 3 times a year, and also I attend patients as a nutritionist online or in person. If you want my help, there's the contacts below, but also don't forget to get into the groups of WhatsApp, Telegram, so you can get notifications of new videos. And don't forget to hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, comment below, share the video, subscribe for the channel, hit the bells for notifications. And if you like the video, click these videos to know more.